All right, if you've got a small channel and you're looking to grow, I'm going to give you 3 things you can do today that's going to make your channel explode. All right, it's not going to explode, but it's going to grow and you're going to get traction. I'm not one of these fake gurus trying to sell you a course on stuff. I'm just trying to help you out because I got lucky. I managed to get my play button the right way. There it is. And I want you all to have that success too. Now, I can't tell you how to do a mukbang channel, and I can't tell you how to do a blog channel or something like that, or a prank channel, because I haven't grown a channel like that. That's not where my experience is. My experience is in growing a product topic review kind of channel. And I can help you with that. And it doesn't really matter what product area you're in because the same rules apply to everything. All right. The first thing you want to do is you want to find your micro niche, not just your topic. All right. There's a big general topic. On my main channel, I talk about tools. That's the big general topic. But then my focus, my niche, is in bang for the buck tools, stuff where you get the best ROI on it. But my micro niche is talking about Harbor Freight. Now you're like, well, I should go and talk about Harbor Freight. Well, I've got a big channel and already doing that, and there's a bunch of other channels already doing that. And if you want to do it, go ahead, but you're going to be competing against the likes of me and everyone else. Don't go where everyone else is. Go to where everyone else is, and at the last second, veer to that micro niche. And the way you do that is you go and you find groups of people talking about your big subject. You can go on Reddit, you can go on Facebook, lots of great discussion boards all over the place. You could actually go out in the real world and talk to people. And then listen to that big group of people. There'll be a subset of what most people are talking about. I started a second channel talking about 3D printing. 3D printing's a big topic. The biggest discussion in that right now has definitely got to be the brand Bambu Lab. So I looked at Bambu Labs. And then people are like, well, what's the micro niche there? Well, what people aren't talking about is growing it as a business, as a print farm, or in our case, a print ranch on our channel. So that's my micro niche, which is 3D printing with Bambu Lab for your print ranch. All right. There's other people talking about 3D, print farms. And there's people talking about it, but there's a very small subset of the 3D printing community. All right. And because of this, I can also draw on other communities such as business startup community. That then becomes a subset, a micro niche of that community as well. And you could actually latch this into 2 or 3 different larger communities and even other niches for your micro niche. And what micro niches give you is the ability to become the go-to subject matter expert on everything to do with your micro niche. If people want to talk about Harbor Freight and they go on YouTube and they type it in, I'm always going to be one of the first 3 or 4 videos that they're going to find. I am the go-to channel when it comes to Harbor Freight. Now, do I get a lot of hate for it from people? Yeah, there's always going to be haters out there. And as long as they watch my content, then bless them, right? But the point is that if you become that go-to expert, then you are the person that people will go to every time they have a question, and they'll start to trust you, and your channel will grow because you become that resource that they always pick. Step 2. Diversify your content. I know we just micro niched. We're talking about laser focus. Why do we diversify? Well, because unless you've got just all sorts of money bags where you can constantly go and buy products from them and review it, when you're starting, it's a little hard. The other thing is, to be fair, if 100% of your content is on your laser focused micro niche, people will get bored. So you have to dip back in and go back out into that broad area to come back to your micro niche. I try to limit the content in my micro niche to 33 to 50% of my content. All right. Now, in my case, that's Harbor Freight. Everything else, I'm talking about other things. And the way we do that is we talk about news, reviews, and deals. All right. In fact, a large portion of what we do is deals. And because people always want to save money. Everyone wants to save money. You want to save money, right? I want to save money. Everyone likes to save money. News is always interesting. People want to find out what's going on, who's doing. Even if they're like, I'm only interested in Harbor Freight. What, a Milwaukee plant caught on fire? People want to hear that, right? So there's all sorts of great ways for you to diversify your content so it doesn't become stale. And then, the product reviews, that's your bread and, meat and potatoes, as it were. It's where you're going to just every single week, you're going to have a product, hopefully. And eventually you can get to the point where, companies will start sending you stuff. But for right now, you can do personal reviews of stuff you own. You can buy stuff. You can borrow stuff from friends who bought things, friends and family. If they bought something, hey, can I borrow it for an hour or two and do a review on it? You'd be surprised. People are really generous when it comes to that kind of stuff. You can even put an ad in Facebook and say, look, I'll pay you $20 if you let me borrow your thing for an hour to do a review on it. There are people like, sure, I'll take $20 for that. There's ways to get content, all right? Don't do the I go and I buy it and I do a review and return it, because that's scammy. We're not promoting that kind of thing. But that gives you a way to diversify your content and become, not too focused enough, but not to the point of being kind of redundant, if you would. And the third thing you want to do is you want to post. As a small channel, you got to post. Every time you put a video out, that's putting another hook in the water. It's a big channel can sit there and go, I'm going to put a ton of work into this video. We're going to take 2 weeks to we'll have a whole team behind it, do all sorts of editing and special effects and everything, and we'll put it out there and we'll hook 1 million people. For you, more hooks in the water equals more fish caught. And that's just the way it is. You got to be posting 5 times a week. It's hard. Now, not everything needs to be a long post. Maybe it's just a short post that then leads to a long post. Maybe you're doing 3 posts a week, and then on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then on Tuesday and Thursday, you're putting out a short. All right. Also, ethical clickbait. That's an important thing. Okay. What that is you tease somebody, but then you deliver on it. All right. And the other one is the deals. Right now, it's Black Friday season, holiday, Christmas shopping season. There isn't a better time of the year to start a product review channel. Go out there, launch your channel, talk about Black Friday deals, all that kind of stuff that people can get. And then after Christmas, people will have those products. And then if you could start talking about like, hey, here's how you assemble this product, or here's what you need. First 3 things you need to do after you buy that product. That's what you need to start posting, say, into December, going into January. Anyway, if you've got any questions or comments or niches and questions about you want to go into, put it down. I'll try and respond to it. I just want to help you be successful in the way we were. And I think by doing this 3-step process, micro niche, diversify content, and post, you can start getting some traction to your channel as well. If you like what we do here, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash that subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.